Sweeney's, of course, the first day of the season now, right around the corner. Tomorrow at home against Ebbsfleet. So, I mean, first things first, I suppose you mentioned it in pre-season not too long ago, but how much are you just looking forward to getting into the thick of things?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Feels like a long time coming, although it's been 6 weeks. The players will be looking forward to it probably more than the coaching staff, because they've had to do all the hard work, the running, the intense sessions and stuff like that. So, yeah, really looking forward to the season starting.
Yeah, and then how has the training been this week in terms of comparing it to before pre-season? Has it been a steady increase in intensity, or has it pretty much just been the same intensity as you've had in pre-season anyway?
Pretty much the same the early part of the week. Obviously high spikes in terms of the loading of the players and just tapering it down towards the game. Today was really good, really sharp. You can see the excitement in the lads in terms of being that first game and being at home. So yeah, it's been a good week's training.
Yeah, and you mentioned being at home for the first game as well. I suppose it can always help when there's always that kind of excitement about the new season, playing in front of your own fans and things like that. But how much emphasis really do you kind of put on that first game? I know it always seems to have a bit of a hyper focus on it, and the result seems to get kind of bigged up a lot more than almost a lot of other games do.
Yeah, it's a 46 game season, so the season's not won if you win the first game, and it's not lost if you lose the first game. So yeah, we want to start well. We want to put our principles of play into action in terms of the league. We want to show the fans what type of team we are, and we want to start well. But like I say, it's not a catastrophe if it doesn't go to plan, but we're quietly confident.
Yeah, and touching on tomorrow, of course, Ebbsfleet making the trip up north, one of the sides who, I mean, you look at their overall league position last season, it probably doesn't give an indication of the improvement that they had back end of last season after they changed management and things like that. But how are you looking ahead to that tomorrow?
Yeah, last season's last season. This is a new season, new players, new. Well, obviously the manager's been in, but yeah, he's come back into the fold for full time, if you like, and there'll be a threat.
Yeah, and in terms of how everyone is kind of looking ahead of tomorrow, obviously it's had a few sort of bits of lads kind of missing recently in terms of like Wormo and Greg, I think, but obviously they've been coming back into the fold. So how have they been sort of looking particularly ahead of tomorrow?
Yeah, we've managed them, I think, quite well. They've not took part in all of the sessions or all of the loading, if you like. We've quietly eased them back in. They're fit and available to be part of the squad, which is the main thing. At the start of pre-season, you want to have a fully fit squad by the end of pre-season for the first game of the season. We're probably not 100% there, but we're closer than most clubs will be.
Yeah, and I mean, mentioning Greg there a little bit, I think he sort of mentioned recently that confidence is pretty high off the back of a positive pre-season on the whole. But how are you sort of feeling about things? Obviously, it's probably cautious in a sense after pre-season results, but like you say, confidence can only be high after what has gone on.
Yeah, I think if you judge the pre-season, it's been all positive. Positive in results, positive in the goals we scored, the lack of goals we conceded, the results, if you like, getting players fit and through that. So yeah, you've got to take that confidence of that, but it's not necessarily the results, it's the manner of our performances that you take confidence from. It'll be a tough test against Ebbsfleet. The intensity of the game will be different from any of the pre-season games, but like I say, we're quietly confident that we've put the work in place. The players are in a good place mentally and physically, and hopefully we see the benefits of that tomorrow.
Yeah, and how is the rest of the squad looking really at the moment? Obviously, Mark Beck came in fairly recently. I know he's had a sort of minor injury he's been struggling with over the summer. So how is everyone really looking? Yeah,
they're all looking fine. Like I say, there's different players in terms of where they're currently at in terms of 100% fit. There's a few that won't be 100% fit, but they're fit enough to be part of the squad and they're fit enough to play a part in the game and impact it positively. That'll then progress over the next couple of weeks, but the bulk of the squad are in a really good place, like I say, physically and mentally, and we're expecting a positive performance.